Ladies and gentlemen, voted Long Island's best podcast by a bot farm in Russia. It's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just.
Like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely
Uh-huh.
disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 320. I am B.
Chick.
And I'm Ryan.
Boys, I'm in the holiday spirit.
You are.
I am too.
Snuck up on you.
Snuck up on me.
Yeah.
Snuck right up on me.
Glad to hear it.
How about you?
I am getting there. I went to go to the Diker Heights Christmas lights tomorrow.
Nice.
The famous Brooklyn neighborhood that is like literally police guiding people. And I was so stupid. Me and Monique parked. It's so cold last night. So we get out, we park. Like we got there pretty early, so we were able to park, and then like right in the little block that all the lights are happening. So we're walking. We see like Christmas ice cream trucks around, and she asked me like, "Who the fuck's getting ice cream in this?" And I'm like, I would definitely get ice cream. But then as we got close, we realized that, like they're ice cream trucks, but they're selling hot chocolate. I'm like, that's brilliant.
That's the play.
So we ended up there was an Annie Ann's truck.
Okay.
They're also selling hot chocolate. So I'm like walking around eating Annie Ann's, drinking hot chocolate, looking at Christmas lights. I'm like, I'm feeling it.
So is that
Getting
why it's
jazzed
like
up.
a famous city? What is it? Where is it? I never heard of this.
Diker Heights in
I
Brooklyn.
never heard of that.
Yeah, it's an area in Brooklyn. I actually told Neil yesterday. I can't say that. I forget that I said.
You could say it.
No, I was asking him what you know the term fag hag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't say that anymore.
You
know?
just did. You could say it.
You could say it, but it's like
you can say it. It's just you might get canceled.
Yeah, right. But I was saying that I was asking Monique because she like all the podcasts she watches are all gay guys. So I'm like you are like if that term was still a thing, you would be that.
Yeah.
But that's not really a term anymore. Only because that's every woman. Like every woman just fits in that. Like they just like a gay friend.
They do.
They just love gay men. So I'm like that doesn't. So I asked Neil. I'm like, what's the male version now? Like if there's a guy that only hangs out with lesbians, what do they call them? So that we didn't know. But then later on, I told him I was going to Diker Heights. He goes, I think that's what they call the guy. They call the guy at Diker Height if he only hangs out with lesbians.
So what is it, like
Anyway,
a Christmas?
It's just it's a kind of a rich area of Brooklyn, and not everybody, but a lot of houses go nuts for Christmas. But like classy, like they're like big houses.
Yeah.
And so it's just became so popular over the years that they literally send cops to like traffic, to monitor
You got to
traffic.
walk it or you drive it.
You're best to walk it. You could
Okay.
drive it, but you're just kind of in traffic and you
Gotcha.
can't see much. So
It seems like a nightmare to me.
yes, I was kind of anxious about it, but we got there at the perfect time. Like it was still kind of light out, so we parked before it got busy, and then just like as we parked, we walked a little bit. It was started getting dark, and then we got out of there. No traffic. Perfect
There you go.
execution.
You got to plan it the right way. Get in, get out,
Yeah,
easy.
but typically traffic, lots of people. I don't like that stuff.
I'm
but
sick of this traffic.
yeah.
That's the one thing about the holiday that makes me down is the holiday.
We were talking about that, and what is it coming from? Because nobody shops at the stores anymore. So where is all the traffic?
I don't know. I think they are because I keep seeing posts about Roosevelt Field is out of control.
Really?
Yeah, people are
people are still going-
because you know what? Once you realize after a certain day, none of these packages are coming before
Right.
Christmas.
So the last
So
minute
now
shoppers.
it's like if you didn't order everything and they're ready,
Yeah.
now you got to go and get it.
Uh-huh.
It reminds me of you've seen the movie Jingle All
Jingle
the
All
Way.
the Way, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
What they're after the Turbo Man.
Yeah.
Turbo Man. And I got a real issue with Amazon, as we all do at some point, I guess. But the convenience is top tier, right? We can all agree. The convenience on
Of
Amazon.
what? Oh, of Amazon.
Of like just they have a list in my family. Like I know what my nieces want because it's just I can get their list texted to me, everything that they choose. But I feel like it's such crap. It's garbage warehouse crap. Amazon.
A lot of it is.
but all
most
those
of it
the
is
also
same toys that we got were the same.
I think it's worse.
the problem. There's also the quality stuff is on there. It's just you got to pick the quality stuff. There's everything on there. So there's trash and there's quality stuff.
I feel like even the quality is second tier. That's what I feel.
No, not if you get the name brand thing.
Yeah,
If you get Lego stuff on there, you're getting Lego quality stuff.
I think it's. Have you ever bought?
But you're wrong.
Your phone's on.
Oh,
Idiot. Have you ever bought Levi's at like Target?
No, not Levi, but
Okay, well this is what my example of it. Levi's, if you buy it at anywhere not Levi's on the building, it's the second grade stuff. It's still a Levi's, still made from Levi's, but we give the crappier one away. That's what I feel.
You know that for a fact.
That's a fact, yes. And that's what I feel that's going on at Amazon. They're like, Lego is like, yeah, this is Lego. We made it, but we're going to send it to you guys.
Yeah.
If you go into the Lego store, you're going to get top-notch stuff.
I don't know that it's a fact. I don't know that we have the information here at the Adult Baby Studios to qualify that as a fact.
Look it
There's
up.
a lot of things getting thrown out as facts right now. I don't want to add to that.
My disagreement on that is if everybody was buying these name brand things off of Amazon and they were all shitty, Amazon would go up because nobody would use it. The word would spread quickly.
It's
that
the
you're not getting.
convenience.
But nobody cares about convenience if everything you're getting is shit.
Yeah.
What you're making
No.
to be.
I'm not saying it's shit. I'm saying it's close enough. It's
You're saying it's a knockoff. Everything's a knockoff.
You
It's
listen,
just a little lower
you
quality.
listen like you have cotton balls stuck in your ears.
B, you think there's an actual line at Lego that's like, oh, this one's not as good as that one, so this goes to Amazon. No, you're wrong.
I absolutely believe that. I believe that there's a.
You also think you have a peanut allergy.
No, it's not peanuts at all.
Cashews. It's
Anyway,
cashews.
I truly believe that, and you don't know anything of quality, but it's. I'm telling you, the quality is a little off. Yeah. But people love convenience. But I also think I would rather. I don't know.
You ever bought anything from Temu?
Never bought anything from Temu. Never bought it. But I'm well aware of their whole practice.
I've gotten some stuff from there. Like it's all what you. Well, sometimes they misrepresent things. You think you're getting a 3D item, like a 3-dimensional item, and they show up. It's just like if you get like a lawn ornament that you expect is going to be like a round thing. You show up, it's just a flat thing that they took a picture of it to make it look like it's 3-dimensional.
Really,
I'm like, you got me.
They really
Temu.
Yep. You just. I've never ordered anything on.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know if I've ever. Actually, maybe I don't know if I have.
No, you have.
Stuff is so cheap. You're like, how could this possibly be? I got a jacket from there. It's actually pretty good. Like it's a decent jacket. It was like $4. I'm like, how are you getting?
I saw this, I forget what it was, if it was a Wu-Tang or something that I wanted, and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then when I clicked the link, I thought it was going to come from at least like some legitimate place. It was one of those websites where customers design it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't trust the quality. I'm not saying the quality is not good, but I didn't trust not knowing. Yeah, it was similar. It wasn't Teesprings.
There's good stuff on there, yeah.
You're right, there is. But I wasn't going to order it because I was like, I did it once before off of one of those things.
What did I see? Shit. I saw something that I wanted to, that made me think of you on there. It was either a Mobb Deep. It was like a Mobb Deep logo, but it said, it had the Mets
in the Mobb Deep logo.
No, it was the Mets logo, but it said Mobb Deep. Like it looked like Mets, but it said Mobb Deep. I was like, this is perfect for Chick.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Yeah, but I think kind of the same thing. I clicked on, I'm like, I don't know if this site is any good. Yeah.
Another thing I don't like is
also clothes. I would be hesitant to buy you clothes.
Right. Well, he has 3 sweatshirts that he wears.
Yeah. And like you're a mystery as to what size I would buy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The mystery is not what you could find something I'll easily like.
Yeah, I think you would have loved the shirt, but I'm like, I don't know what size to get this guy.
2X?
I would always not that you guys are going to be buying me shirts and clothes, but I usually go XXL. But the problem is, if I lose weight, that XXL becomes a dress.
Yeah.
And because of my height doesn't match my like. When if I ever like the couple times I've somewhat been skinny, I go from like XXLs to like large. Like, because I should never be in the XLs. Yeah. But when I do, my stomach's so big that the height doesn't, I don't know.
And I saw some guy wearing the other day. So I've been thinking of trying to get you guys gifts because we had mentioned getting each other gifts. You guys buy anything?
No.
Please tell me you did it.
I did.
You did?
Fuck you.
Yes, I did.
Wait, did we plan on doing that again?
We mentioned it briefly, and I'm like,
Jesus.
these two
We're
idiots
the
probably
worst. No.
came up with any excuse to not do it.
I didn't even come up with an excuse. I completely forgot. I could have this year too.
I got you guys gifts.
Wow.
And this
We're
is the last
2
recording.
2 years in a row we're the worst.
And you guys mentioned we should get each other gifts.
We did. I remember. I actually remember that conversation.
Right. So I mean, it's recorded. It's on the. It's
Yeah,
on.
we
So
did it
then
on
I
the
saw.
show.
I'm like, I'm trying to think, and you guys like hyped me up. It's like you guys thoughtful gifts. I'm like, well, now the pressure is on to get. I can't just get a gift. I got to get a
Yeah.
thoughtful gift. So I don't know that I did that this year, but I got you guys gifts.
Wow.
But I saw a guy, two guys in a bar the other day wearing the Griswold jerseys that he wore, like the Blackhawks,
Blackhawks.
Yes,
jersey that
yeah,
says Griswold
yeah,
on the back.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I should get that for Chick. But then I'm like, size. I had no
00.
idea.
That's tough size. Tough
Yeah.
size is tough.
I would always think 2XL for you. But I think you, a lot like me, we have short torsos. So,
Yeah.
But my stomach outweighs the.
right.
yeah,
Well, I'm
it's just
a
like it is what
medium.
it is.
If you put me in a 2X,
XLs are always good. Like length, it's just once
Yeah.
you put the stomach in there, it becomes wrapped around my stomach.
Yeah.
Jesus. I
guys-
can't imagine.
Should we do it? Should
We might as well do it now. Let's just get the embarrassment up
Yeah.
in all one stroke.
You know, we're just not good. We're not
You know
good at
what's
this
funny? I was thinking about the other day. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll get Ryan and B a little something because they're not, just to be the guy.
You
who
wanted to
gets them.
surprise us?
Yeah, but I was thinking I was going to be the only one, and now I'm realizing he still would have because he's the thoughtful one.
Thank God. Thank God you didn't do that.
Oh, two things?
Three things, actually.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
fuck me.
Jesus Christ. This is like a stocking stuffer.
There you go.
Oh, my God. Mine are three things. Big stuff. Heavy stuff. There's some weight to this.
The size.
Should we just go right into these? Or do you want to do like...
I think let's one at a time.
One at a time.
One at a
Soak
time.
it up a little
I'm
bit.
going first, B, since I got mine
All right.
first. Oh, shit!
Let me see that.
Not only is it a nice candle,
Oh.
it's got the Knicks intro year when they became a franchise, 1946.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't know
fantastic.
that much, but yeah, smells pretty good. You know, I thought it's kind of like
smells-
almost unscented, but it's got a slight. It's
It
got a slight
does. I
scent
like
to
it. I thank you. That's awesome. See, it is
No, it's
thoughtful.
this has a good scent.
And I always talk about every time I come in. I'm like, that candle
Yeah.
smells good.
That's really nice. Here you go, Chuck. Nope, he lost the present.
Oh, one of the unwrapped ones down there.
Now you go, B, or are we gonna do all of them and then he goes?
Doesn't matter.
You want me to go?
Yeah, you do one. This is you might have two. You guys have this. Open. No, that one.
Open the one
Yeah,
that looks-
open that one. Yeah, because those are the same.
This one?
Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, it's ASMR.
Even when
Right
he
into the
unwraps,
mic,
it's
right into the
onto the mic. What are these bullets?
No, yeah, these are Forever Strikes.
Forever strikes.
Yeah, so these are from Temu. So we're about to find out.
Yes.
Now we have
So the
Temu stuff.
theory is, and I don't know if you're going to lighten them in here because the theory is it's a spark thing.
Oh.
Remember we were talking about always like
Yes.
having access to fire at all times. So
This is like a life.
you can
like a
like
lifesaver.
strike those, and there's a string on it. It's supposed to hold a flame, and it's supposed to be that-
Forever?
well, not it doesn't. The flame doesn't hold forever, but I guess the theory is you can keep starting, like you can keep
You can
reusing
always
them.
start it.
You can always
keep, you can
make
keep making
fire.
sparks from those things.
Now what's good about this is I could put this right on my keychain.
You got fire wherever you go. You know, this is not like you're not lighting a cigarette with this thing. You're still getting like brushed together and like sparking flame
but-
over that and then lighting it up. I got to look up because I actually got one for myself too. I got to look up how to actually use it properly.
We won't do it inside.
I would refrain from sparking.
Okay. We don't want to
inside, yeah.
spark things.
Yeah,
Well,
there's like that top thing. You twist that out and that comes out. Twist that out, and that comes.
That's an exciting thing for me to do. I could light stuff up.
we got to figure out, if they're any good.
I'm sure they are.
And then I've seen them on Amazon too, but
I love.
so we'll see. We can compare. Yeah, so you strike that on the middle of that.
Oh, on this.
You can get like a little spark. You just,
I got you.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
I don't
strike
want to
that up.
light the couch on fire.
Yeah, no, we don't
I
want that.
appreciate that. Yeah. All right, you
We
can open that.
we
one.
didn't bring gifts,
can
but we
open-
did light the place on fire.
You got me back for that TV.
Yeah. Oh my god.
This is a little bit of a joke. Also, another Temu gift. This is a slightly one of a joke gift. And
I love it.
What is it?
Dental floss box.
Yeah, but it's a container. So I went to his house. He had dental floss all over the place. So this is it's like a Pez dispenser for dental floss.
He got up off my couch and he had dental floss like on his ass. This
Are
will
you
be
doing
good,
that on
though.
purpose into the mic? He wants to get the ASMR going.
Yeah.
I like it.
A fashion lighter, LC.
Yeah, everything I got you has fire involved.
Ryan wants me to fucking kill myself.
Wish I had gotten that Mob Deep t-shirt now that
That would have been nice.
I saw your face light up about it.
I would have.
Ryan, I don't remember. Like you remember stuff throughout the year. That's what makes you
open
good.
things with tape on them.
So yeah, that's a. Do you have an electric lighter now?
Now I do.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh,
you
you're
did
gonna
before.
like that.
Oh,
So
this is
you
so
can
I always
recharge. You can recharge
it.
it, and it's just like it's one of the electric things. You just hold the cigarette or your joint like in front of the crosshairs, and it just lights it up
This is
automatically.
wind resistant. I love this.
Yeah, it's just like you just hold it in the crosshairs of the light, and it's
See, these could be refillable.
yeah.
This is
Restock.
good.
You can restock those.
I like this.
Yeah.
These are very practical.
These are very practical. He says.
I said that is a little bit of a joke gift, but
I love this.
Still,
Thank you
still
so
useful.
much, buddy.
No, it is useful.
I'm
are
interested to
such
see. I'm
pieces
interested to
of
see how that works. So
What the
electric.
The electric.
Yeah, I actually thought about buying myself one of them.
I have one of those. It's
Yeah?
really nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Does you see it? Is it going off in the middle?
Yeah. It,
The little purple cross.
it looks like a cow prod or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Let me see.
I love that now I can never have to worry about. I'll always have one. This thing charges.
What do I push? That?
Sorry.
This is awesome.
How'd you do it?
Oh.
It's got to be charged. Oh, right here. Oh yeah.
Isn't that cool?
How cool is that little thing?
Give me a little piece of paper. A little wrapping
Be
paper.
careful.
I wish I had a cigarette. I'd go out and use it. But yeah, light one of these things up. Oh,
No, I'm gonna like the corner of this.
This is how the podcast ends.
Oh shit! That works.
It works good.
Oh my god, that worked.
That works
I got to
nice.
get myself
I
one of
love
these.
how surprised he is that it works.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to say it was a ton of money, but it wasn't cheap. Like, this was this is good.
More than it should have been for what it is. You're
No,
saying?
like, I mean, I guess that's how much I looked to find like a good one. There's cheap ones of these. Like, this was like a decent size one of these. So yeah,
nice.
I'm getting one of them. I love that. That thing went up immediately.
Yeah, it's
that
actually,
is awesome. And
I'm like proud of my gift.
you should be.
you're a good.
Can I open this?
You're a good.
Yeah.
getter.
What do we got here? What is
Now,
this? A CD
you
case?
probably have something
Oh,
like this.
I love
but-
this. No, you know what? I need something like this.
Anytime I ever
Thank you
got
so
a
much.
new set like that, I was I would
Wait,
be
what is
re-inspired
that?
to.
Drawing sketching kit. This because all my I have old stuff.
This is what I'm saying. These
knows
are
it.
very thoughtful gifts. Even the little tchotchkes. This is to save my life in a jam. This one I'll never lose without a lighter, and it's just pretty cool. But this thing, this is all thought. I always talk about candles,
It's all thought.
So do it.
and it's a NYX.
I hope that you guys like.
Ryan, thank you once
And
again.
then those are from Amazon, so it might suck. I apologize for that.
No.
Yeah, that's the the company. Those were the throwaways.
I'm talking clothes. You know what I'm saying.
Nobody knows what you're saying.
Well, I know what I'm saying.
So yeah, 70. I mean, for anybody watching, it's a 72-piece drawing,
76.
and 76-piece drawing kits. It's
Yeah.
got pencils. It's got, I think, charcoal, some erasers, everything you
wanna
need
stick my
to
finger.
And
fulfill
you know I'm
your
a big
drawing.
charcoal guy too.
I know that's I think it's got charcoal in there. I might have misspoke, but
wanna put my
It's
finger
got
in
sketching.
there.
It's
Well,
got
I want to see what this is like about it. I put my
Yeah.
finger. So do you think this is an actual flame or it's just electric?
I think it's an electric current.
yeah, I don't know, but I was shocked
I can't
because
wait
it's got to be
use this on
electric.
a cigarette as soon as I get in my car.
It'll light
Yeah.
up nice.
You got to be careful to make that hit the edge of it, though. You don't want to
I
get it.
almost wish it was bigger because it would look cool. Like this part, I mean,
Yeah.
like if it was just,
Just-
huge, two of these beams
Yeah.
that are going across.
That would be definitely.
Yeah, that would be
All right.
dangerous.
I'm
Well-
glad.
Well, Ryan, thank you again. I mean, you're top notch.
My pleasure.
It's
Next,
so fitting that we never fucking do anything.
know.
We're such pieces of shit.
we are.
I
We're
was
so
telling this-
concerned.
I was
with
talking to
ourselves.
Monique about this, and I said, should I hold off and see if they brought something? And if not, I
And
just
then
won't
I
give
would
them
just
something.
return them?
And I'll just return everything. Not because I don't want to give it to you, because I don't want to make you feel bad that you didn't bring anything. I don't care. So then I thought, you know what? No, I'm giving it to them. You know why? Because we talked about doing it. and I'm doing it. I thought
Yeah.
about it. I'm giving them gifts.
We did talk about it, and it did run through my head. But I was like, no, I think we decided like, well, I guess we just don't do it. But I don't remember.
We never did that. But what we said was we would have a conversation about the guidelines of doing it, and we never had that
Instead,
conversation.
we had a conversation about should we continue the podcast?
Yeah, precisely.
Is this working? Well, yeah, that's amazing.
Ryan
You
went
are-
from almost quitting to fucking getting.
I had already had
gifts.
some of the gifts, so I'm like, what did I do with these gifts if I stop the podcast?
you can light a lot of shit on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Well, thank you so much.
You
Yeah,
are the
so-
best. Those were good. I like them a lot. And that was my first gifts I got this year for Christmas.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That was nice.
That must be nice.
Yeah. You'll have to wait, Ryan.
I ordered you something. It just hasn't got in
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
You know how Amazon is. Amazon never comes on time.
I am waiting on a couple things I ordered that, not for you guys, but other
yeah,
gifts. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do for Christmas?
I usually go to my cousins for Christmas Eve. I used to be one of my cousins for Christmas Eve, another cousin on Christmas Day, but it was the same family. It was like a lot, so we decided. So then I'm going to Monique's family Christmas Day this year.
Is this your first time doing a holiday with her family?
No, last year I did Christmas with her family too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Becoming real.
Yeah, they got this fun family. We definitely don't. They are like a healthy family.
Oh.
So like I was like, oh, what should I bring? Like I'm always like bringing garbage.
Well, you're
What,
healthier
like
now.
desserts?
Yeah, desserts, but
They don't eat desserts?
They
So
eat
they don't
desserts, but
even
like very
eat-
lightly.
They
Like,
still don't even like. They don't even eat unhealthy during the holidays.
not really.
Jesus.
Like a little. Like it's just like my family is like we're like animals.
We're gluttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So like,
gotta
it's hard to
let
like
loose.
adjust to like a family who's like, oh yeah, we'll have a little nosh.
Yeah, no,
And
there's
I'm
no
like,
notch.
No, we're doing it.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Celebrating or no?
You
Yeah,
gotta
exactly.
celebrate. You got to let loose.
Yeah.
Do you guys do like the 7 fishes at all, or
I don't.
No.
oh?
Do you-
Look like
you
you
do-
were going to say something. Yeah, no, we do. Well, I don't
was,
eat
yeah.
any of them, but we are going to. We do.
I
them.
recently just heard, and this is also from the internet, so who knows? But I heard that the first occurrence of the 7 fishes was in 1980.
I believe it.
And Italians act like it's this thing that's been happening for hundreds of years.
Started
that
in
it's
Staten Island.
We're the
7
worst. I get it.
But it's like because I
I
remember
don't
when
believe that it was 1980. Was that like a fact that you saw it, or
it's a fact that I saw on the internet. So
Okay,
who knows? You know what I mean? It doesn't. What
But-
is real?
I'm not saying that's because it's not. I've never heard that it's been around. I just, as long as I've been alive, 84, we've done it. So I don't
Well,
know,
You were early adapters.
but I don't.
That
eat
would have
any
been
of the
that would have
fishes.
been quick though to turn around for something to be invented and then for it to get to Long
Yeah.
Island Italians. Although maybe it started with Long Island Italians.
Probably started. Probably the real Italians probably don't like what the fuck are these idiots
Yeah.
doing? The 7 fishes.
Yeah.
I don't like one fish. That's my problem. So I mean, I can't imagine.
I
seven of them.
ask about it, but I don't eat any of the fishes. Yeah, me and my cousin every year for Christmas are the only two that won't eat fish.
But there's other food included, correct?
Yeah, but when most of them, when there's 7 fishes, there's not much else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it was like one fish and then there's a bunch of sides. You don't make many sides after 7 seafood. You know what I mean?
I would
So-
like 7 different types of grilled cheese.
Now, I will say antipasta is good for me.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The appetizer, that I could eat. We have prosciutto
Antipas.
bread. But like, yeah, the actual Christmas Eve dinner is not something I look forward to.
You know,
Christmas dinner is usually better.
Christmas dinner. Yeah.
I like Christmas Eve because my family would do like a lot of appetizer type stuff, finger food, grabbing stuff. We don't like sit down and have a meal Christmas Eve. It's
feel like
a lot
that's
of-
the
A lot of
best.
spinach dip and shrimp cocktail.
I
and
wish my family's more dip people.
The
My
picking-
cousin does dips, but
Yeah, we
no
just
one else
pick-
really.
put out
dip.
a table full of food. Just help
We
yourself.
do the meat sticks. Well, those will be there.
yeah, your
This is
famous
a
meat
famous
sticks.
meat stick.
Maybe artichokes. I don't know if my parents will do my mother will do artichokes, but they also do like the cheese and crackers and
Cheese and crackers. can't beat
stuffed
that.
mushrooms sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's Christmas Eve is
You're not-
as far as food goes. I'm not like I never was a big like looking forward to the eating on Christmas.
And you've officially hung up the Santa suit. You don't play Santa anymore for anybody.
So I had the suit
It would have been nice to
from my buddy who had the suit, and no one's asked me to do it again, but I also haven't pushed it. So it was kind of like one year we had a lot of fun with it, and then it just I never wanted to go out and buy another suit and really pursue it. I did think about turning it into a little side gig around the
business,
holidays.
yeah.
But then I also realized like there's sometimes I'm like, I don't want to fucking do this every night.
Yeah, you got to
Like,
put on
the
fake.
thing and go out and do all. It does get you festive, and you're at a lot of people's holiday parties.
Sure.
So like that was cool. And with all the little kids was fun. Like they were all loving it. It was cool to see.
It was
everyone.
cool, and you were good at it. You were really good at it.
But when I look at some other Santas, I'm like, wow, I was awful.
Nah, I disagree. I
Like
think
those
you were
legit
pretty
ones,
Like
the guys that
legit,
actually
like-
grow a beard.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
but
that's-
not even them. Like the ones you just have them down better. Like I was kind of me.
Yeah, well, nobody's
raspy
shocked at
Santa.
that. I mean, these guys commit
Yeah.
a lot of time.
They
to
do.
do this. You were like,
Listen.
oh, it'll be fine. I'll do Santa.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, you want to just do this for my
Yeah.
kids, and then it turned into a few more gigs. Whereas these people, like every year,
Some
they do
people,
it.
that's their whole thing. They wait all year to be Santa.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little weird.
Do you think Santas make? Let me rephrase that. Mall Santas during the holidays. Do you think they make good money? Because I'm assuming it's not their right. They're not. You're not Santa for the. It's not like enough of
Unless
an
you're a
income to
good
be-
one.
No,
Yeah, but do you think even
it's
a good
side
Santa
job?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably a nice job for a retiree that's a little overweight, that doesn't mind kids.
so.
And
Make a little extra
lines.
cash.
Yeah. I'm sure like a
How much do you
mall-
think a mall Santa makes for a day to sit with all those kids? Got to be a couple hundred, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
a few-
yeah.
I would,
without
I would
that.
guess a
I would-
few
I would-
hundred.
Yeah.
They probably pay him for the season, like from November to the end of December. We'll give you 10 grand or whatever.
It's
the
probably
number
like a
is.
1 month contract or something.
That's
like
what I'm
that,
saying.
you know?
Yeah.
They probably don't even pay you by the hour.
Do you think he gets the Easter Bunny job?
Oh, that's
I feel like people who are into Santa are into Santa, like Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not I'm into being a child mascot.
I find that Easter Bunny is often played by women.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a feminine
Yeah.
role.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense.
I don't know if I would trust a guy in full head. I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah. What are you doing in there?
Why are you doing
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
Santa, it's like, oh, he's jolly. You get like a better rep than if you're just like, what the fuck are you doing the Easter Bunny for?
You know Mick Foley?
Yeah.
The rest of Mick. You know he's obsessed.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
He's obsessed with Christmas.
Is
Heard
he?
that? Like he in his house, he has a Christmas room, like all year round. There's
did not
Christmas.
know that.
He listens to Christmas music all year round. Like he just is obsessed with Christmas
That's
at all
crazy.
times.
I gotta say, I find that a bit
Much.
much. I was at the Stuff a Bagel this morning, and although like I am in the Christmas spirit, two people came in the Stuff a Bagel, a girl and a guy. The guy had on green silk pajamas, and the girl had red silk pajamas matching, and I was disgusted. I was disgusted with their,
doesn't seem
and
that
she's
offensive.
singing like they had. You could tell that like. You ever look at somebody and you build up a whole story in your mind about.
I mean, that's my life.
Yeah, I
Right.
was just
That's
gonna
all
say.
I do.
So-
Do I ever not do that?
That's what I
looking
spend
at-
my time doing.
I'm looking at these people. I'm like, first date. The guy is like, I didn't get to celebrate Christmas at my family, and she's like, yeah, I didn't have much of a Christmas either.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're gonna make Christmas special. And I just like she ordered a Christmas bagel,
Which is just a plain bagel with dye in it?
Bagel, and
Yeah.
I had these
This is why it's like it's one thing to be in the spirit, and it's another thing to obsess and be an idiot.
Yes. I wanted them to make
Precisely.
conversation with me, and I just wanted to tell them I'm not dressed like you because I'm an adult. I'm not wearing my matching pajamas out with my girlfriend wearing
I don't like
ugh.
ugly
It took me
Christmas
out.
sweaters. I don't like the whole idea of that.
I hate the ugly sweater.
Your pajamas. Like,
The ugly sweater party was fun until it became a thing, and now the ugly sweaters are funny sweaters. They're not even ugly.
right, and now that they're selling sweaters that are purposely ugly. It was supposed to be go out and find a sweater that's meant to be a real sweater, but
Yeah.
it's so ugly that it's funny.
It's an ugly sweater.
But now it's like you go to
they make them.
Yeah, like they have the Halloween spirit store. Now now they have a Christmas spirit, which is just the same thing for Halloween, and they have a whole row of ugly sweaters.
And they're not even ugly. The reason why I say this, they're not like, well, the one thing I'll say is it's not that they're not ugly, but they're like funny or they're Christmassy.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why you're wearing it to the point where it's just like, where the fuck did you find that fucking
Yeah.
ugly ass sweater?
Anybody that knows me knows I famously hate ugly sweater parties.
Yeah.
I
it's-
think and I reference when Macy's started selling them as that was the time that the ugly sweater jumped the shark. This is over. This isn't fun anymore.
It's the epitome of the
killing something that was
No,
cool.
the cleverlessness.
Yes.
the absolute bottom of wittiness.
There's no
is the ugly
creativity
sweater.
in the ugly sweater.
Yeah,
It's
Like,
awful.
you're-
the rock bottom.
yeah.
It used to be, and I can see where it was at one
Right,
point.
and it's looking there like fucking disgusted by the ugly
No, no,
I
no.
sweater.
just can't imagine being like, oh yeah, we'll get together. It's like you're an alcoholic and you're looking for another reason to get drunk. You're
That's,
like,
it's you're looking to get drunk.
Yeah.
And it's also, have you ever looked at an ugly sweater where they think is funny and actually laughed? Nobody's ever
God.
been amused by your dumb sweater.
No.
Nobody. Not one person, okay? Not even you.
well, that's not true.
It is
The
true.
no, that's not true. The
This is
people-
another fact.
No, that's not true. The other people that are at parties enjoying an ugly Christmas
No,
sweater
because most-
think that the other ugly sweaters are funny.
They don't.
They
Yes.
don't. They
Even-
really don't.
even they
They're-
don't.
Half of them
That's
are
part of the
forced to
problem.
be there.
They're drunk.
Half of them are forced
You're giving
to
them
be
too
there.
much credit.
Like the half of them are. Usually, it's the wives who want to throw the theme party, and the husbands who get dragged down it. But then there are a few husbands who try to be the funniest man and like win the party, and they suck too.
Do you know, you just reminded me of something. Have you ever heard of the website Medium? Where, like, you know, you could write on it and read, like, essays and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a time I was writing on that a little bit, and I wrote a farcical story of the how the ugly sweater was invented. And I saw it recently. I didn't read all the way through it, but I'll send it to you guys, and you could read it. I know Chick won't read it.
We should read it.
Why
on,
won't
we
I
should
read it?
We should read it on air.
I could read it on air. Yeah, I could find it. It was humorous, but
I like that. I like the idea of that.
See, that's my whole thing. Is I don't mind someone who's like, "Oh, I love Christmas," but it's like that's cool. But you
To
don't
an
have
extent. To an
yeah,
extent.
like everything is cool in in
Moderation.
moderation. You don't
Yeah.
have to fucking wear it every day. Don't even get me started on the people with the elves on the door on the cars.
Oh my
oh,
god.
Oh,
take a fucking hike.
What about the
Anybody
people
who
that wrap their
Christmas
whole car in lights?
Anybody who Christmas decorates their car, I hope you drive your car into a fucking bridge.
I started this.
Imagine the Christmas music going, the lights are going, it's upside down in the ditch. Help me! It's like,
I'd be like, no.
It's a holly jolly Christmas.
my legs!
Oh God,
Last Christmas.
that's a sad Christmas song.
Is it?
Yeah, last Christmas you gave me my heart, then very
I
next
love it,
day
though.
you tore it apart.
I love it.
At least they finished Christmas.
Yeah, but you know,
I made it through.
right after Christmas, the guy tore his
That's the
heart apart.
prototypical when this is my favorite thing about the holidays is how many people are just like after Christmas I'm breaking up with them. After the holiday I'm breaking up.
Yeah.
I feel like it is the end of a lot of like Christmas is the end of a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
It's like all right, it's ran its course. I'm going to start 2025 off single and mingling.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
That's
almost like a going away gift. It's like I'm going to spend this money and give you a gift so I never have to see you again.
Yeah. You're probably right. B and I saw each other during the week.
Yeah.
It was always nice.
Yeah.
We went to Debauched. I was disappointed. I really wanted you to tell your story. I was interested
I
to hear your
wanted to get
stories.
up. I had two stories that I was.
Why didn't you?
There just wasn't enough.
Neil asked him to come down. I guess he was as a backup, which is, how'd you feel about being a backup storyteller?
I don't
Neil,
like.
you could do better.
I don't like playing the bench.
Yeah.
But I'll show up for the
Yeah.
game. I'll show up for the game.
If you had gotten a show, would you have been like, I can't, like, would you have bailed on it and gone and done the show? Like, we were sitting around
if I had a book show that night.
Yeah.
I would have done the book show just because that's guaranteed.
Right, but even if you'd already told Neil I'll be there with a backup, and then later on you got an offer for a show, would you have been like, can't do it, Neil? I
No,
gotta do the show.
I would have just gone to Neil's.
Honorable.
Or
Because-
you could have asked Neil,
How
I
do
got
you
an
need me?
offer. How bad do you need me
Yeah.
as a backup?
Well, I knew he didn't really need me. I know there was plenty of people that were there. I also wanted to see you, so that kind of it all worked out.
I would have replaced one story. I would have like that should have been B's spot right there.
So what is it? Everybody just came up and did a story?
Just told the story of being debauched. I was going to start my set.
What is debauched?
It's like you did some bad shit. It was either like it was stories of
like
binging,
debauchery.
binging,
Like-
benders and banging.
Yeah.
So like anything.
I definitely would have had some stories.
You
for
would've.
this.
I was gonna go up. There's two things I was gonna start my set for. I'm like, this seems a little corny, so I was gonna go up and be like, yeah, it's stories of binging, benders, and bang. Let's see. Well, I'll pick binging, and I was like, so I just plowed through Sopranos. You guys binge that? Like, oh my god, that's so good. Like, I don't know if it's much of a story, but I binged the hell out of that thing. And I'm like, okay,
That would have been funny.
That's a little hacky, but
It would have been hacky, but it would have been funny.
And then I was going to say it's ironic that I'm on a show called Debauched because like I'm a rule follower for the most part. I'm like if there would have been a high school superlative of guy most likely to be on a show called Debauched, like I definitely would have won that because I didn't do drugs. I followed the rules. So, but
you do
sex
have
life a little debauched.
You're the first person you think of when you see that show. I'm like, oh, Ryan's got some stories for this.
But that's my problem. So the story I told was not. It was. I don't want to just tell stories about having like sex because I'm not. To me, there's nothing embarrassing about it. There's got to be a little bit of embarrassment to it. I'm not going to just tell a story about me and Monique doing some wild shit because it almost seems like bragging at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It feels like you're talking to your boys.
yeah. Although recently we had a situation like after Debauched, since Debauched, I was like, I should have told that. I'm like, I wish that I had Debauched coming up because I would have told this story. Not really, but
Can we hear this story?
yeah. Well, during sex, we talk.
Do you want to hear it? Sure.
Yes, I do.
we talk a lot during sex. We're very verbal during sex.
yeah.
Okay.
A lot of talking. But you ever like get caught up in it, or like you kind of just stumble over something, or you say something wrong, or like you'll say like, you know, I want to stick this pussy in your dick, and you're like, you just you flip the words. You're like, wait a minute. You're like, you know what I mean?
Does that ruin the mode?
No, you just let it roll.
All right.
But I accidentally said I said the term poppycock during sex.
How does that happen?
Poppycock. You know what I'm talking about? Poppycock. Like when
I
you're
have
asleep.
no idea how that even comes into play.
I can see
said
how
the-
it comes in, but
Poppycock?
Yeah.
Poppycock is like, oh, poppycock.
Yeah.
I can see where there's words.
Yeah.
But
So so we were using a toy, and it was
That's
very.
the name of the episode.
It was-
Poppycock.
Thank you, because that's my least favorite part about doing this is coming up with the title for these podcasts.
oh, you mean the part that nobody cares about?
Yeah, I know. We should just be the number of the
Yeah.
podcast and move it. So we were using a toy, and it was very bumpy. The toy, like by
yeah.
design.
And you said this is poppycock?
Can I get
Oh,
that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Imagine having sex with him, while being vocal with him in bed.
So I'm like, I'm using it, you know. I'm not too descriptive here, but you know, I'm in and out with the thing.
Yeah, we get the
We know how
motions,
it
bro.
works.
We
Yeah,
know.
but I was saying as I'm like, you know, I was telling him like, I love the feeling of it popping in and out. You know, it's
Gross. I don't know what grossed me out. That sentence or the couple's pajamas at Stuff-A-Big. I don't know what is more disgusting to me.
like, so I'm going, I'm
Popping
saying like,
in and
I'm going like pop. I'm going like, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I love those pops, like to feel like it. You
Okay,
know,
all right. No,
So I'm
yeah.
keep saying the word pop, but then I meant to say like, I was like, do you like? I wanted to be like, do you like this bumpy? Do you like this bumpy dick? Because it was like how bumps in it, but
Even that doesn't
I
sound
instead of
good.
saying bumpy cock, I said pop because I was like, you like this poppy cock?
You like this? That
You like
sounds
this
like your baby
poppycock?
talking to her. You like this poppycock?
Yeah, uh-huh.
You like this poppycock?
Which, by the way,
That also works.
also happens. There's some
Christ.
yeah.
You want this poppycock?
So
Oh my!
we kind of just didn't acknowledge it, rolled past
Until
it.
after, she's like, what the
Yeah,
fuck were you saying?
Yeah, I think it's important to note the time difference between when that happened and then when we finished. It was about a half hour later.
Half hour.
Yeah, the sessions run long.
telling stories?
I love how he had to say that just so anybody thinks it's not 2 minutes later. This was a
No,
half hour later.
I only say this because I think it's funny. I think it adds to the humor of the distance between when that happened and when we. So
It took a half hour
we
for her to
both we
recover
both
from that comment.
we both finish. I claps. I'm rolling. Then we're kind of on our back post coital, and then I was just laying there in silence, and I just go. I said poppycock. Like we hadn't acknowledged it up until then. And then she bust out laughing. She was like, yes, you
Yeah.
said poppycock. We had a good laugh. Afterwards,
Oh,
yeah.
that's funny.
Right.
So
That
now
is
it's
funny.
Now it's a thing.
That is a thing. Now it's a thing that we experienced too.
So
unfortunately,
that might have been a debauched story.
See,
That-
this stuff
that's a
doesn't
good
gross
debauch
me out. It makes me laugh. B gets like skeeved out.
skeeves me.
Yeah.
Sex skeeves B out.
yeah. Does
Yeah.
Why though? I don't.
So
get it.
I want you to tell your stories, but unless you think you're going to be like down the road, they're going to keep doing debauched, and you want to save it.
Let
for
me
that.
tell you, the story I want to tell is not something I'm comfortable telling. That's why I like this, where I could be like, oh, I could say this story because it's a bit embarrassing and it's a bit, but I think it's a good story. But I'm comfortable doing it on stage with people there, but not
necessarily
recorded.
record it into the internet.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Good. All
You
right.
know.
Well, I think they're still doing it, so hopefully they come back around.
Yeah, I would love to do it.
see
I
your
have a
story.
couple.
See, I could do a story, but I wouldn't be able to go up there and be funny.
That's what I liked about it. It wasn't a need to be funny.
The pressure's off. Yeah.
It was like you're just telling a story, and like they're supposed to interject and make it funny. I mean, I did want to be funny. I tried to add some humor to it as well, but there was some great stories there that night. There was like
There were.
legitimately some, that one. So what you were about to say before we started recording?
So you said Petey Pounds had a great story.
Yeah.
And we realized we both know Petey Pounds. So
Yeah.
you did a show. You used to run that show with him at Amityville.
Me and Neil used to run the Gorilla Comedy at Amityville.
Okay.
We did it for a while. Where once a month, I think we did a show there.
And then I did that show when Petey was running, and Neil was there too. So does that
Yeah.
mean we did a show together?
We might have. I don't know if I did it while Petey was running it. So if you did it while Petey was running it, then maybe not.
Okay, so maybe not, because I believe Neil was on it. I think.
Yeah. Well, he was probably just Petey probably just booked Neil because.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I had no idea you knew that guy. I met
Yeah, I
that
met him.
guy-
I met him there doing.
I met
just
that
shows.
guy in the old Laughing Buddha comedy in Manhattan, and it was like the dead of winter where it's like cold like this, and he's like, "I'll drive you. You live on Long Island. I'll drive you back home."
Yeah.
He drove me back home in like a caravan with the windows down, and I was just freezing the whole time.
He's a character, man.
He's hilarious.
He's wild.
He's one of those guys. Everybody, and then I've seen him like he does some trivia nights and karaoke's throughout Long Island.
I
always
feel
run
like
into him.
he could be a stand-in for Chick.
Definitely more
Really?
interesting check. Yes.
More interesting shit.
This guy, this is a guy. This is a guy. This is a real character.
He is a character.
He runs karaoke like all over the island. He runs karaoke nights.
He might bring more to the table than me.
No,
But the story he told was like, it was intense, but it's like sad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but he wasn't presenting it as sad. Anyway, but then was there something else you were going to say about the other story? Like, what's that kid's name? You know that other kid?
Oh, Will Macaro?
Yeah,
Macaro?
yeah.
Yeah, his was great. I thought I enjoyed all the stories.
Have you seen his stand up before?
Yeah, once in a while.
Like, he should do that set in his stand up.
He
That
should.
story in
He's
his stand up.
very-
I don't know if he does that.
He's out in Suffolk County every once in a while, so I don't see
a
him as
Brooklyn
much
guy,
as he in Brooklyn. I don't see him as much as I would like to, but he runs the hamburger club
he
show.
does that.
Yeah, him and Donnie Roy, which I
Okay.
have to get over there.
Where do they do that?
I think it's in somewhere out in Suffolk somewhere out.
Is
here.
it right here? I think it's a Kaminsky.
Yeah, it might
Yeah,
be.
it's right here.
That's right over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just
Yeah.
a matter of me getting out here. I would like to.
I thought the ending of that story was great. I'm like, I don't know if he does that in the stand up, but that's a
He was great.
stand up
He was
story.
great.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that whole show. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yours was fantastic. I think you are great on stage. Like you have a great presence.
thank you.
You have a great.
This isn't Lou get me a gift. He's just saying
No.
something nice.
I told you that night though. You could tell that you know what you're doing up there. You're very comfortable.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I enjoyed it. And you were a great story to set it off. And I don't know.
Slightly mild, but yeah.
I don't know how much how
The
great.
more I think about this, the less I have of a story. I feel like.
Nah, you have some. One of the ones I was going to do was the one that me and you were involved with that bachelor party.
Do you want to hear my? I'll give you
Oh,
a cliff notes of my story. So I was just in the shower. I was jerking off in the shower on FaceTime with somebody or on Facebook video time, and somebody had the idea. One of us, me or her, had the
record
idea.
it?
No, to come on my phone, like I was like on her face. I'm in the shower. you know, and it's
Yeah.
like, and I was like, you ever get your phone wet and like it just does like it just starts doing a bunch of shit
So
that you didn't
after
ask
you
it to
did
do.
that-
So I came on my phone, and then what it did was it tried to add somebody to the call. My phone tried to add another comic.
Oh no!
To the call, and I'm like, now I'm trying to clean it off. Like I'm making. It's like, luckily I ended it before I picked up. But like just as I like ended the call, I got a call from him. What's going on? I just got a call from you and Christina trying to call me. And I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, Facebook.
The only thing
Messenger?
that makes that better is if that call went through right as you came on his face.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know, man. Facebook is weird. It's some weird stuff. I don't know why we a 3-way call. That sounds crazy.
I don't do 3 ways. Does that comic know? Does that comic?
I don't know if you know. I forget if I told him that.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh God. It was a perfect comic too.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great, and I hope Neil I hope it's working out because I think
I have
it's
notes about the Mad Libs part of it. I'd like to see a little change to that. I like the idea of that, but I'd like to see it structured a little bit different.
Yes, yeah, that was the one
A
part.
little
that,
chaotic at the end.
Yeah.
Like tighten that up a little bit.
Did we ever tell Ryan the bachelor party story?
I think we did. Yeah,
I
If
think
not,
I remember.
you probably heard it.
Yeah.
on-
I think you did retell it here briefly. Yeah.
that was one. I was like, oh, that's a go-to. I know how to.
it's also funny, but like for me, I wouldn't know how to. That's not my story, in my opinion.
No, that's why that was like I had a couple stories in mind just because I didn't want to step on anybody else. You know, when I'm like, oh, if I have a story like this, and if somebody tells the story, I'm like, all right, I want to have 2 different ways I can go, and that was like the backup to my first one.
Yeah.
So the backup had backup stories.
The backup, yeah. Well, I come prepared, all right. The backup has 2 backups.
So it's just they sit there, and then there's a bunch of people who have come up one by one and tell their stories, and they kind of interject on it and make it
Yeah,
funny.
a little bit. Yeah. Not a. Yeah. They do.
All right.
They do it enough, yeah.
Yeah. They don't
But
interject too much, but yeah.
they do it like at the right time. I thought it was good, and yeah, I don't know. I think I hope more people watch it. you
Yeah.
know? I don't know, or go to it.
Cool idea for a show.
It's a
cool
great-
I
storytelling
like
show.
that. Yeah, I like that.
I like
Yeah.
storytelling shows too.
So do I.
would
I
like to
think
start one.
there was I forget what show it was. I think there might have only been one season where people came on and told stories, and then they would have actors act them out.
Drunk
Like-
history.
Not, it
No,
was
that's
similar to Drunk History,
people
but it was
retelling history.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it was
Well,
like.
there was This Is Not Happening, but I don't think people
didn't
acted that
retell.
out.
But anyway, it's a great like. I love stuff like that. That's actually a really good idea if it's not going to do it again.
Yeah.
Like to have actors act out your
Yeah.
stupid story or whatever it is.
I just like I've thought about a few times like trying to get a storytelling show together just because I think they're fun and there's less pressure to be funny,
Yeah.
but you can also be really.
That's why I wasn't really nervous. Sometimes I'm nervous. You know, you haven't been up in stage in a while, but I'm like, there's not a ton of pressure. It's really, I like that. That's why I think the idea of a one-man show is it's not that pressure of not having to be funny at every second, which is.
Why? Who's doing a one man show?
I
or-
just talked about writing a one-man show instead of a stand-up set because you can be serious at times without it being weird.
And it keeps people engaged too. I think it's it's just super.
No, we're all good, thanks.
Well, that's why
But
That's how I kind of felt the Jamie Foxx thing was like a one man show more than it was a stand up.
I didn't watch it.
right.
Was
No,
it good?
Yeah, right. But if it's sold that way, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, then I appreciate a comic who's just a killer and just goes up and writes jokes. So it's
Course.
like
yeah.
I wish that I had the discipline to do that because that's really but it's just so much work. But that's what you're supposed to be. A professional comic is supposed to put in work and supposed to be better than doing things that anybody else.
Yeah.
True.
Like these comics go up and just like fuck around and tell stories, which is what I'm like trying to do. It's like I wouldn't even respect that if I saw that. Like
No.
put through the craft. Put
No,
together.
because you would respect it when it's done well. You could tell that work was put into it, and there's
Yeah.
craft into it.
Yeah.
Not every person can go up and tell a story all the way through
Yeah.
with funny parts, you know, and have it end.
It is
Not
very.
every
It
story
is not
ends.
easy because people want to always talk about these funny stories, and you ever just sometimes people just can kill a story
now.
by just. I
Yeah.
do it. I mean, listen, I am not the best storyteller, or sometimes I can. I'm hit or miss.
Everybody is.
More miss than hit.
That's all right. You had a good year, you know. I'm proud of you this year, chick.
Thanks,
I am.
buddy.
All right, what's so funny? I'm proud of you. I think you had a good year. You were a good
I had a decent year. Yeah, it was a good year. Every year you still here is a good year.
That's true. It's my last
That's
year.
a great
I think.
T-shirt.
No, I'm very happy for you.
That seems like he's looking at the thing like thinking, yeah, I'm very happy for you.
He's gonna fill out the time. That was a filler statement.
That
It was definitely a filler statement.
Ooh, did my package come? You guys ever use Shop? Like, you ever buy something and you get it notified through Shop? And I feel like whenever time I order something that comes from there, it takes forever.
Yeah.
That's like you try to order. Looks like it came. Oh, it's been delivered. It's upstairs.
It's upstairs right now. Was that the dog barking before? Might have
Maybe.
been.
Yeah.
You know what bothers me?
This is a gift. No, this is a gift I ordered about a month and a half ago, and it's just been waiting there. And I'm like, oh, well, this is obviously isn't coming before Christmas.
Yeah,
So
it's like after that certain point, it's like, yeah. It's
I
not
gave
coming.
up on it. So I'm pretty stoked that it came. I'm like, oh,
It's a Christmas gift for
Yeah.
somebody?
Are you done?
I could be, but I might go out tomorrow and quick and grab something else. Yeah.
You have something in mind?
Yeah.
What is it?
But that's not bad when you know what you want to get. That's not as bad having something in mind.
Yeah,
and
no,
you
I don't
wanna
know.
get
You
it.
know, if I have time to run over to the mall, I'll grab something else.
It's a nightmare out there, though. You don't
I
wanna do
like
it.
going to the mall. I used to like just walking around the mall at Christmas, even with nothing to buy. I like the environment. The environment of
the
it.
feel that's
it's
going on.
better when you don't have anything to buy. You can just roam around.
I actually think Amazon has ruined Christmas. Not ruined, but it
Yeah, I
has
agree.
taken a lot away from Christmas.
The excitement was always searching for gifts, and like you said, what you like about that Amazon wish list, you're just going to buy something. To me, it's thinking about something that somebody might like that they didn't
know.
even know they wanted.
And there's no thinking.
Yeah.
But my mom is always good with that. My mom, like, even though we have a list, like, we did a little Christmas thing last night with the family and my nieces. Because it gets so hectic with, you know, when the whole family gets together. So we kind of split it up into, like, a couple different days with the gifts, especially for the kids. And my mom is always so good with, like, all right, we have what you have on your list. But, and you have this too. Like, that they see something and they're like, oh, they like this because of that.
Yeah.
I just don't have that in me. I'm so
You don't care enough to have
well,
it
that's
anyway.
what it is. I don't care. No, I do care, but it's all about me.
I
And that's not a
usually
good
can.
quality.
I just can't afford to.
If you guys start dating somebody, I really hope that you try harder.
I was a great gift. I was a great gift giver when I
In
dated
relationships?
somebody. But I will say this: towards the end of it, I just didn't care anymore.
Because you didn't like them as much, obviously.
Right.
Towards the end of it, your heart wasn't in it.
And I remember
so-
one Christmas, my mom and my sister actually got her a gift because I was so aloof.
They got her a gift for you to give her?
Yeah,
That's
Wow.
bad.
I know.
I've never been that bad. That's pathetic.
It wasn't great. Wasn't my proudest moment.
Yeah.
Is this the one who recently got married?
No.
Yeah, it was. That's why it didn't last, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Nobody I know recently got married.
It's being good at the beginning. Being good at getting gifts in the beginning is easy because you're excited and you
You're
care about the
excited
person.
and
It's
you
the
know
last
you
thing.
care.
It's listening throughout the year for something that somebody might want. But
That's where I
That's
don't do it.
I'm good at gift giving. My problem is I selfishly spend all my money on me that I can never afford to get
That's what I'm
anybody.
saying.
Yeah.
We're saying.
No.
We're
You're
speaking
saying
the same
you
language.
only think about you. I think about getting other people's stuff, but it's like, oh, my weed habit for the year has been more important to me.
Yes,
than
yes.
Saving a few extra shekels to get you this gift that you would appreciate.
What would you get me?
What would I get you?
Yeah, tell me what you get me.
I don't like it on the spot, but off the top of my head, I would get you something with like candles and creams and things of that nature, since I think you love all these lotions and like this beard stuff, but you don't have the beard really.
Yeah, but it's coming back, baby.
It is coming back.
I
2020.
saw something else that I thought about getting you. Let me know how you feel about this. It was a hat display thing, like a nice display for all your hats.
See,
It's
this
like-
is
I would love that.
This is another thing that you picked up on when you went to my apartment, is because hats are just sort of everywhere. Yeah. And it's funny. I actually did like a little cleaning of the apartment today because I was off. We could hear that.
Let's move
Oh,
around.
really? Oh,
Yes.
You don't
sorry.
hear that?
No.
You got headphones on too. You don't hear it?
Oh yeah.
I didn't hear it before. I'm sorry.
I did a little cleaning of my plate because I know Christmas I'm gonna bring more crap in, and I'm like, these hats are everywhere, and I'm trying to find places to put. So that would have been fine. But hey, can I want to tell you guys something that I did this week.
Yeah, we're 54 minutes in. We're just getting to it now.
Do you want to go to?
I want to hear it.
You want to go? Are we doing
let's
another
end
episode?
it with this.
Are we doing 2 today?
I didn't think so.
Okay, that's a no.
I honestly, I swear, I didn't
Yeah.
think we were. I'd rather not tonight.
Oh, I thought we were. All right.
Yeah, we talked about doing it. But
I know we
can start
talked
that
about
the new
doing.
year.
Yeah, I thought that was like a whole New Year's. We're going to start doing that. I didn't know it was this week.
This is the next week after that.
It's Christmas Eve.
Oh, you don't. All right.
The
So
Knicks are on too. I would like to.
all
see
right.
the
All right.
Knicks.
So I'll end it
Going
with
forward
this.
from here, it's every other week, 2 a week.
I'll end it with this.
Oh, we are doing every other week. 2
Yes,
a week.
that-
Talked
what
about
do you-
that last week.
I
I'm
did
telling
not
you,
every
get
week-
that from it.
The
every other
guy
week, 2 a
does
week.
not.
I thought we were going to
Pay
do
attention.
Sunday or Monday and then do 2 episodes here and there and bank some. I didn't know it was every other week, 2 episodes. But
That's
I
what we're
got
gonna do.
it.
We're gonna
That was the plan. I thought I had off for 2 weeks, but all right. Anyway, I last week on our way here, Chick had to pick up some pot, and we went to the Happy Days distillery
Dispensary.
dispensary.
Distillery.
And I've never been to this place before. I've never bought legal pot, right? And I'm not a big pot guy. Very rarely do it. I'm like a once a year. I'm like I like the idea of it more than I actually like it. But we went in there and I liked the vibe of the place. Like I was like, this is cool, right? I kind of like it. It felt good. It felt I just liked what they had going on there. So Friday night, I had to wake up early. The Notre Dame game was on.
Can I interrupt you?
Sure.
Frick? So before you went to the place, did you have any hesitation, like an intimidation factor, going to a place like that? Or
Big time.
so when you're going with somebody is well versed in it, they kind of demystify the thing. Oh, okay, I see how this works. You gotta
Because he just watched me do my thing there.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. But then he sees, okay, this is intimidating. These people are cool. They're patient with you. Then you don't need to know all the lingo.
Exactly.
So you got to demystify it, and then you can go back yourself, or you can feel
I
like
never would have walked into that place by myself. I'm
Yeah.
always like, I wonder what it's like in there.
Right.
But like, I'm not a big weed guy anyway.
Yeah,
So it's
right.
like I would never. So anyway, we went with Chick. I was interested.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, exactly. Once you go in and you see how it works,
Yeah.
I was totally like, I could do this.
I never hesitate to ask for help if I need something.
Yeah. He's like, you a bud tender?
yeah.
So funny.
Well, because you're in this scene though. That's what I'm saying.
Any
Like,
store. If I need help with something, I'm not somebody who's ever embarrassed to ask for help.
yeah, but any store is not a weed store. Like, to me, a weed store is like you gotta mind your P's and Q's. You gotta follow the
All right,
rules.
fair
It
enough.
does
I get
feel
what
that
you're
way.
saying.
It does feel
Yeah.
that way. Any place where you have to show ID to get in, I'm like, all right, I gotta be on my. I feel like I gotta know what to do.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Kick
So
me out.
then
So Friday night, this past Friday night, Notre Dame's playing. Right, I got to be up early the next morning. Big win for the Irish, baby. So I had 2 things. I was like, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go. I want to get like a Christmas candle. And I want to get these cheeseburger Doritos that are out, right?
Are they good?
Well, yeah, they are. No, they're okay. But I went out, and the first place I went to, they didn't have the candle I want. They didn't have the cheeseburger Doritos. And I got it in my head. I was like, maybe now I'll just go to that weed place. I went online.
where were you that you thought you're gonna get a good candle and Doritos?
Dollar General.
I could have told you they wouldn't have the Doritos.
Well, no, because I found out
The
online.
candle I wanted or the Doritos.
I'll-
Yeah, you kind of usually gotta go to 2 stores for those things.
Because I'll tell you why. Because I follow this Reddit post about chips, and these sizzling
That's
cheeseburger Doritos came out recently. They were out a while ago, but they're back. And it said Dollar General was the place that was selling it. My Dollar General didn't have a Dorito to speak of.
okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to come home empty-handed. So I went in the parking lot and I went on the app on the website, and I said on the Happy Days website, right? So I look up and I say I'm going to go from low THC, like I want the lowest of the low, and I find this thing. It's called Big Boof or something like that, right? I don't know, Boof, something
Yeah.
Boof.
So you can pre-order online and then go pick up.
Yeah. And I go there. I'm like, oh, ready within 15 minutes. I drive in there. Perfect, right? I get it. Big boof. And and I come home. By the way, and I stop at the supermarket on the way back. Like I'm like I turned into a pothead in the last hour out of nowhere, right? And I get the sizzling cheeseburger Doritos. Found them there. Bought 2 bags. 2 bags. So I want one for now, one for later. And I go home.
I would have bought 1 bag of those and then a backup in case I didn't like those bags. You went straight up. 2 bags, sight unseen. Let me try these. I'm like, let me get Old Faithful. Let me get a nacho.
Yeah, let me get one just in case.
No,
you know, if I'm trying new ice cream, if I'm in the store, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this ice cream. I'm always getting a backup of a flavor I know I like.
Yeah.
In case I take 1 spoonful, I'm like, this is trash in the garbage. Let me hit Old Faithful.
That's a good one. I did buy some penne al vodka. I made myself penne al vodka that night. I made myself a beautiful night. And I go to
fuck yourself that night.
I did. And I go to and I'm now I have to do a ton of. I mean, on YouTube, I'm like the big boof weed. Like, what does this strand do? And it says creative and happy and blah blah blah. But then I also notice the THC is high up there,
Which is a deceiving thing, but whatever.
28%, and they
Doesn't
say,
always. THC doesn't always correlate to strength.
See, I didn't know that. So the first night, I didn't even smoke it.
You scared?
I was afraid. I actually called Chick. He didn't pick up because he's my shaman.
Shaman.
Yeah. He's my shaman.
Yeah.
And so I didn't touch it. But then I did the next night, and I'll tell you what I did. 1 tiny hit, and I put on Christmas Vacation. Boys, I don't know if it was the big boof or the acting, but I sat there with a grin on my face. I laughed the entire time. I made it through, and I fucking loved it. I loved it, boys. I loved it.
This is a Christmas miracle.
It is a Christmas miracle.
Nothing makes me happier.
For anybody who doesn't
that.
remember why we're so excited, it's because B's never seen Christmas
I've seen
Vacation.
bits and pieces, but we were going on last week quoting back and forth,
Yeah.
and he was like, he hates it. Well, that's fantastic.
Dude,
do me a favor, never watch it again without that little big boof, because I don't want you to hit it. I don't want you to watch it straight and be like, what was I thinking about? This movie sucks.
I don't think
I want you to
will.
always like it.
I don't think I will. Because you know why? It was the first time I was like, I kind of was transfixed. And I just sat there, and I swear.
And I told you, baby, I said, because he asked, he calls me before this time again. He goes, now I got this. Do you know anything about this weed? I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. But worst case scenario, I said, take a little hit, and you'll be fine in 20 minutes if it's not
I've taken
good.
to this, by the way, a little thing you mentioned, a little side, was you went to YouTube and looked it up. I have taken to any, before I buy something, go into YouTube, watch, because you can't trust an Amazon review or a website review.
yeah.
Anybody can do that. You start talking about video YouTube reviews. Now there's an investment. Like sometimes you do get paid people, but people are usually pretty honest about things.
Yeah.
So lately, I've been doing that for a couple of lighting situations I got. I wanted to buy an espresso maker the other day, and I was like, let me look YouTube this thing and watch people open it, use it, see if it's like a legitimate product. It's a smart move.
It really is, man, and it's really how I do most of my research.
What it came up in the YouTube about the booth or whatever it was you had?
They basically said it was what you're saying. Like they're like it was a nice high, but not super strong. And it was totally
You could smoke an indica that's like 24.
It was a hybrid.
I know, but what I'm saying is you could smoke an indica that's like say 24 THC count, and then smoke a sativa that's like a 30% THC count. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. And you will be completely more fucked up off of the indica because the indica is going to put you out. Where
Right.
The sativa kind of lifts
gets
you up.
Well, it was great, and yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep it for like special night. And when I tell you I had a hit, it was like it would make you laugh. The
But you felt it though,
like that. That's it, one hit, right? But I don't know if it was more of a placebo.
I like
effect.
how he hits it and pushes it right out.
Yeah, I don't keep it in.
3 seconds.
No, I don't.
so you didn't smoke anything.
Yeah, you didn't smoke anything. You were just in a good mood.
So
You liked the movie.
You just loved the movie. Okay.
Believe me,
That's
I
good to
did.
hear.
Believe me, I did. I had my pajamas on, my nice cozy
No, that's not
socks.
describing being high. Did you hit it and get high?
I felt nice. I was laughing. I giggled. I just kept
haven't watched it
giggling.
yet. I think Christmas morning I'm going to watch
You gotta do
Christmas
Christmas-
Vacation.
Oh, God,
I'm
so
gonna
good.
probably do either Christmas morning or after the Knick game on Christmas. I watch it every year.
See, last week a little thing I made. I put the Scrooge
loved
guy
it,
over your
yeah.
thing. Put the Clark Griswold.
Oh
over the
yeah,
screen.
I know. I did. I love that.
You got my little elf.
Then you're Elf.
Yeah,
you're
I saw it.
Dudley Moore Elf.
I know. So yeah, I was excited to tell you guys that.
Wow.
So I thoroughly enjoyed
you.
Christmas
Thanks for-
Vacation,
that's-
and I get it.
They hit everything. They nail it. They nail
do.
it with your family. They nail it with lights, with gift getting. It's just there's nothing wrong with that movie.
Perfect comedic timing when they're shopping and Uncle Eddie is loading up the gift cart with like the cart with dog food, whatever, and then he takes a light bulb, whatever he's not sure, he puts it on top of the thing, and then as he's putting a light bulb, Eddie takes the dog food and slams on top of the light bulb, and he just keeps going.
I missed that part.
Yeah, he's not even like the light bulb. He's just like it gets crushed and he just keeps going. Like it's perfect timing.
No, it's great. It's great. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and you know, maybe I'm a little bit of a weed guy now. I don't know, man.
Wow,
Things changed. Things changed last week.
things done changed.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't do it during the Notre Dame game. I was able to watch the whole game, and I don't need to be high to watch Notre Dame. Like that was a fun. I enjoyed that game, ass whooping. But
What do you think you need to be high with then?
like? This is my version of high. What I like is like to put a blanket on my head, be warm and cozy, and like be zeroed into like a nice movie. And I didn't touch my phone. Like I was just
that's nice.
I was just transfixed in this movie.
Yeah.
That is my new thing that I'm trying to do at night, at least, is when I'm watching like movies and stuff, is completely phone away.
Take
Yeah.
the phone.
So I've been going to movie theaters, which I haven't, I didn't do for a long stretch of time. It's usually like around this time of year I start going to see movies again. But that's the best part about going to a movie theater is
Can't
you
look at
really
your phone.
feel engaged. Like I was taking notes because I wanted to write notes about this one movie I wanted to talk about. But even that, it's not worth it. I'm not even taking notes. I'll just remember what I want to talk
noticed that
about.
too. You can't take notes during a movie if you really want to watch
Yeah,
it.
you just got to watch it.
Yeah.
And then the things that are worth remembering, you'll remember them.
You'll remember 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a couple of movie podcast things.
Yeah.
And the first time I was doing them, I was writing notes.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't need to.
Yeah.
Same
I
thing.
remember.
Well,
You remember-
I don't mind
remember the good
doing it
stuff.
with the notes, but you need to do a honed in watch before you.
Right.
Because you can
Right.
go back just to touch points and write notes.
Notes right after are good because it's
Yeah,
fresh
right,
in your
right.
head. But yeah, during the thing, it kind of.
You got to sink it in. But I signed up for this AMC A-list plus whatever, where
Oh,
you
yeah.
pay $24 a month, but you can go see 3 movies a week for free. Like not for free, but for your membership.
For your membership, yeah.
So I can go see. I pay $24 a month. I can go to the movie 3 times a week and see.
That's one
Which
movie
is a
price.
deal. That's
It's-
a deal.
If you see 2 movies a month, you've already made money on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've seen 3. If you see 3 movies a week, you're
If you made, but it's 24.
Stealing.
I mean, it's $20 to see a movie.
Yeah. it
yeah.
is.
So it's only one movie. And
Do you buy popcorn? Do you buy snacks?
Popcorn. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, which is expensive, but
It
I
is
don't need to
expensive.
do that. Like if I went by myself, I probably wouldn't go. But
You wouldn't
me
get
and Monique-
popcorn?
Probably not.
I need to have popcorn.
How long
if I'm
is
in the
is this
movie
like a
theater.
special that they're running?
No,
No,
it's
it's
just
been
that's
like
what
that.
the
I might
price
do
of the
that.
thing. So
It'll
if you
force me to go to more.
well, but I did it now because I'm going to be seeing all these movies for the Oscars. So I'm like, I'll just see everything at AMC as much as I can see at AMC.
Everything's there.
Then I'm gonna see. I can just go whenever after work. Yeah, I'll go pop in, just buy it. You pick your seat, free. No charge. It's
Is
like
there a max to what you can see
it's
a month?
3. It was 3 movies a week.
But I'm saying, does it have to be a week, or can it be
Yeah,
like,
within a week. Yeah,
Okay.
you can't save them up and then see 12 movies at the end of the month.
or just throughout? I'm saying, let's say 1 week I want to see 5, 1 week I see 1. Like it doesn't matter. It has to be 3 a week.
3 week.
3 a week.
But either so, even if I went to 1 a week,
Yeah, but you could see almost every movie that comes out at 3 a week.
You could. You could.
Like anything you want to see, probably.
and you don't have to go to 3 a week. I'm saying you can go to 1 a month. I mean 1 a week.
You can go 1 a week. Yeah,
Yeah. That's just the
You
most.
just-
you
the
can
more
do is
the more
3.
you do, the more it's worth
get
it
out
for
of
you.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
What is that, a Bill Hicks figure you got there?
it is.
Where'd you get that from?
Yeah, I got it from the National Comedy Center.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, they do max you then, so you get like 3, 6, 9. That's like 12, 15 movies max.
Legends of Laughter.
Yeah, Bill Hicks. I got a Paul Tompkins figurine up there. I got a Sage Francis. I'm getting into the figurine game,
I love figurines.
but unpackaged.
You know what my thing is? I like a well conditioned, like a great condition, but out of the box. I don't believe that in the box should be worth more than out of the box. Because the whole point of the figurine, I get why it is because it's untouched. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a moron, but
But I'm just not. I'm not going to be playing with these things. I just,
No,
it's,
but to
it's-
even
to me,
put
it's,
them
to me,
out,
it's
like-
a collector's item.
but I
and
mean,
the
collect-
packaging is part of the. To me,
I
the
guess.
collection is part of. There's quotes. It's a Paul F. Tompkins character, and they have quotes on there. And the same thing with that. And there's a little like the packaging is part of the product. You know.
Yeah, you're
that
right.
fair enough. But a starting lineup package is not part of the product.
No, but you can be unwrapped, but then it's got to be perfect condition. You got to put a card.
they're still not-
You got to
they're
put a
always
card
worth
in
more
a case that holds it
Yeah,
perfectly.
but there's still more. They're still worth more in the package than they are outside.
What pack? No, because you don't know what cards are in the package.
No, I'm not talking about a card. I'm talking
a
about
starting lineup.
Starting lineup.
Oh.
The
like
actual starting
okay.
lineups.
All right,
The
all
figure.
right,
The
yeah.
figures. People used to keep those. I remember my grandfather or whatever had like, or my uncle had some of the Babe Ruth or whatever, some of the old time players, but they weren't in the packaging.
The Sultan of SWAT?
But those ones were always supposed to be like super expensive.
Yeah.
If they kept them in the packaging, but like I feel like a mint condition one that's loose
Yeah.
should still be valuable.
All right, we're good.
Yeah,
We're done.
well-
This has been fun.
Yeah.
If you
This has
made it
been a
this
fun
far,
holiday episode.
everybody have a happy, healthy Christmas and New Year and Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate.
Maybe we'll talk to you before the New Year. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I would like to
When
think
does
that
New
we will.
Year fall on? I got a show New Year's Eve.
Next Wednesday, it's a week from Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, well, New Year's Eve is Tuesday. I'm assuming, right?
New Year's Eve is Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Where locally, right?
Mount Sinai, I believe.
Mount Sinai.
Italian restaurant.
Oh no, not Mount Sinai. Mauritius. No?
Mauritius.
Sea
East-
Cove.
I think it's Sea
Yeah,
Cove.
I would go, but I can't. I'm not allowed to go there.
Is that true?
Not that I'm not allowed to go there, but I would never patronize that place.
You want to fill me in?
I'd live there.
Oh, you
And-
do?
Yeah, and it's fine. It's it's clean, whatever. But there's a gigantic Trump flag in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. All right.
So one idiot in the kitchen
It's not
or
an idiot, it's
whoever.
the owner.
Yeah, but
I'm not giving the owner money.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Just because of their political beliefs.
absolutely. Yeah,
He's
I,
one of
vo-
those guys.
I vote with my wallet.
Fair
He
enough.
votes with his wallet.
It's not. I'm
Listen,
not. I'm not striking that he should be shut down. I'm
Oh,
just.
no, I
I'm not
get
going to
it.
go give him my money. You know what I mean?
All right.
That's
Well,
all.
I'll be there New Year's Eve.
But we know that most of the listeners of the podcast, they'll be more likely to go visit that
Yeah.
place because
Yeah.
of that flag.
Guys, are you looking for something to do New Year's Eve?
Do you love Trump? Go
love
see.
Trump?
Let's go to Seacove New Year's Eve.
Do you have Trump, Brendan Ryan, Steve Rocco and John Ziegler? Come
Yeah.
to Sea Cove, baby.
I would go. Maybe I will go anyway. You know
Hey,
what?
I'm hosting, so
Don't pay.
Get
Have
off
me
my.
pay.
Yeah. Get off my pedestal and go see a good, nice comedy show.
All right, guys. Well, this has been fun, and Merry Christmas
Merry
to all,
Christmas.
and to all, good night.
Peace.
Bye.